I love everything about motherhood.
I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work.
Cardi, can you please sign?
Nobody expected Cardi B to open a brand new chapter with a sentence so simple, yet so heavy. The moment she confirmed she was expecting a 4th child, the entire internet paused, not because the rumor hadn't floated around before, but because of how she revealed it. Calm, steady, almost peaceful. And for an artist whose life has played out loudly and publicly for years, that quiet confidence signaled something much deeper happening behind the scenes. According to public reactions online, this announcement felt different from her previous ones. There was no dramatic rollout, no major performance reveal, just Cardi speaking from a place that fans described as more grounded, more intentional, almost like she was letting the world peek into a chapter she had kept locked away. The moment she said she was excited and happy, viewers noticed something else. Her tone carried a sense of emotional maturity that reportedly grew from everything she'd navigated the past few years. Music shifts, public scrutiny, relationship transitions, motherhood, all of it shaping her into someone stepping into a stronger version of herself. And that raises the first major question of this story. If this is how Cardi is starting the journey, calm, collected, intentional, what else has she been preparing behind closed doors?
We had too much fun. And yeah, we're very excited.
And you're both happy. And you're both happy about it.
Yes.
When Cardi says she feels strong and powerful, she isn't just talking about physical strength. She's hinting at the emotional, mental, and creative muscle she's been building in silence. And according to public sources, that silence was intentional. After years of non-stop noise around her life, this moment wasn't about spectacle, it was about stability. What caught fans off guard was the contrast. The internet exploded within minutes, yet Cardi herself looked more centered than she had in a long time. That balance, chaos on the outside, calm on the inside, became the first clue that this entire reveal was part of a larger shift in her life. Comment sections across platforms described the reveal as sudden, strategic, and shockingly low-key. But behind that reaction was something deeper. Viewers recognized that Cardi wasn't simply making an announcement. She was reclaiming her narrative. No leaks, no speculation, no pressure from the outside world. Just a woman choosing the exact moment she wanted her truth to be known. And as her video spread across timelines, one question started building louder than all the excitement. If this is how she chose to tell the world, what else has she been quietly rebuilding without anyone realizing?
Now y'all could buy my album so I could buy Pampers and diapers and all that type of stuff. I told ya, now go support my album because I'm a mother of 4 now.
That single Instagram clip, soft lighting, casual vibe, zero theatrics, became the fuse that ignited a wildfire. It looked like everyday content, something fans scroll past without blinking. But the caption? That was the earthquake. It shattered assumptions, rewrote predictions, and proved once again that Cardi knows exactly how to move when the world least expects it. For weeks, online communities had been dissecting every breadcrumb she dropped. Some thought the "Hello" lip sync was tied to her next rollout. Others speculated it was a nod to an upcoming feature. But when the truth hit, that she and Stefon Diggs had already welcomed their baby, the reaction flipped instantly. Surprise turned into celebration, confusion turned into clarity, and timelines flooded with congratulatory messages. Public sources noted how unusual this move was for her. Cardi has always been expressive, loud, and unfiltered. But this time, she let life speak before she did. Her reveal wasn't crafted by PR. It felt human warm, almost intimate. And the moment she mentioned that she and Diggs were very excited and both happy, fans realized this wasn't a publicity beat. This was a personal milestone, shared only when it felt right to her. Stefon, who rarely offers details about his private life, matched her energy in interviews with effortless openness. There was no dramatic build-up, just honesty. a softness that suggested they had been savoring this moment away from the spotlight long before sharing it. And with that admission, the internet locked onto an even bigger mystery. If this quiet moment held such a massive secret, what else had Cardi and Stefon been keeping so carefully protected?
Is he somebody that makes you feel safe?
Very safe in both ways. Physically, I mean, like, you see how big he is.
Yes, yes, I did see, yes.
And he just makes me feel safe and very confident and very, like, strong.
The confirmation of her health and well-being added another layer to the story, one that fans and commentators alike couldn't ignore. Cardi wasn't just making an announcement, she was signaling a transformation. According to public sources, this wasn't simply about adding a new member to her family. It represented a conscious step toward redefining her identity, both personally and professionally. Fans online immediately noticed a pattern. Cardi's phrasing, the calm energy, the controlled reveal, all suggested she had mapped this moment with intention. It was more than a baby announcement. It was a statement. She was sending a message about resilience, growth, and the power of reclaiming control over her narrative. Industry insiders reportedly saw this as a turning point. For someone who has been under the public microscope for years, moving quietly while announcing something so monumental indicated a level of strategy and emotional mastery that even her closest peers found impressive. Every detail, from the timing to the tone, hinted that Cardi was setting the stage for a renewed chapter, one with agency and autonomy at the forefront. And as fans digested this, a subtle tension began to rise. This was just the beginning. If this was the reset Cardi hinted at, what doors were she opening next? What other elements of her personal and creative life were about to evolve under the radar, ready to surprise the world again? The moment the world processed Cardi's announcement, attention immediately shifted to what it revealed about her ability to balance life under constant scrutiny. Observers began analyzing not just the fact of the pregnancy, but the timing, the subtle cues in her demeanor, and the apparent ease with which she maintained composure. According to public sources, what struck many was how seamlessly she seemed to integrate her private evolution into her public persona, without creating the noise or speculation that often follows celebrity life events. The conversation quickly moved beyond what had happened and toward how she managed it. Fans speculated that the calm, understated nature of her reveal reflected a carefully developed personal philosophy, one rooted in resilience and foresight. Every gesture, from the tone of her voice to the brevity of her caption, was interpreted as evidence of a meticulous approach to life in the spotlight. While the announcement was brief, the emotional weight behind it resonated deeply, hinting at a woman who had learned to prioritize stability and intention over the frantic pace of public expectation. Meanwhile, industry insiders reportedly began connecting dots between her timing and her career trajectory. The announcement coincided with whispers about her upcoming projects and creative plans, suggesting that Cardi had aligned personal milestones with strategic career moves. Analysts noted that coordinating life events with public engagement in such a manner, particularly at her level of fame, demonstrates an acute awareness of audience attention cycles and cultural timing. It suggested someone thinking not only about immediate impact, but long-term narrative control. Cultural commentators also weighed in on the broader implications. Cardi's approach challenged traditional ideas about celebrity motherhood and public disclosure. By sharing her news in a low-key, direct manner, she avoided the spectacle and controversy that often accompany high-profile pregnancies. Fans reportedly appreciated the sense of normalcy in her reveal, describing it as refreshing or grounded, while others speculated on how this might influence other artists navigating similar experiences under public scrutiny. Her relationship with Stefon added another layer to the unfolding narrative. Unlike many celebrity partnerships, theirs had been observed without significant leaks or tabloid speculation. Online discussions noted that their discretion suggested mutual understanding and alignment, a partnership built on trust and shared strategy. This quiet coordination drew attention to the evolving dynamics of high-profile relationships and the ways in which celebrities can protect personal milestones from turning into public spectacle. The timing also invited commentary on the intersection of personal and professional identity. Analysts suggested that Cardi's ability to reveal a deeply personal milestone while simultaneously managing her creative projects demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of her public narrative. This approach positioned her not just as a performer, but as a strategist, someone capable of orchestrating life events and creative output in tandem, amplifying impact without surrendering control. Fans and media outlets began to interpret subtle signals about her evolving persona. Her focus on family, health, and creative output painted a picture of someone intentionally shaping her legacy. Comment sections reacted to these signals with admiration, highlighting the rare combination of vulnerability and control that Cardi displayed. The sense of purpose in her actions, particularly in balancing motherhood and career, emerged as a defining characteristic of this new era. Behind the scenes, sources reportedly noted a renewed energy in her professional environment. Studio sessions, creative planning, and strategic discussions were described as unusually disciplined and forward-looking. This suggested that her personal milestones were inextricably linked to her professional ambitions, reinforcing the idea that her life narrative was being managed with precision and vision. The announcement, while brief, sparked broader reflection on resilience and adaptation. Analysts observed that handling major life changes publicly, without allowing them to dominate the discourse, requires emotional intelligence and intentional narrative shaping. Cardi's method demonstrated an evolving approach to life under observation, one in which timing, focus, and controlled sharing work together to maximize autonomy. As the public absorbed these layers, the cultural conversation extended beyond Cardi herself. Fans, commentators, and industry professionals began discussing how the choices she made might influence expectations of privacy, parenthood, and agency in celebrity culture. Discussions suggested that the era of impulsive social media disclosures is giving way to a model where personal milestones are integrated into public identity with strategic clarity, a shift that Cardi exemplified in real time. From these developments, a narrative emerges, a woman actively defining her journey, crafting each revelation to reflect intention and aligning life events with larger creative and personal goals. The impact is visible in how audiences perceive her, not simply as a performer, but as a figure who manages complexity with sophistication, balancing multiple domains of influence while remaining grounded in personal priorities. The result is a story of quiet mastery. Cardi's announcement becomes more than news. It becomes a demonstration of foresight, emotional intelligence, and strategic public engagement. It's a blueprint for navigating fame, parenthood, and creative ambition simultaneously. Fans recognized this, and the conversation shifted from speculation to reflection on how personal agency can coexist with public attention in high-profile life events. Every element, from timing to tone to demeanor, contributed to a new understanding of her identity, one that emphasizes careful orchestration, strategic disclosure, and authentic emotional expression. In this light, her announcement becomes a landmark moment, both in the trajectory of her life and in the broader cultural conversation about celebrity, motherhood, and personal empowerment. And in this complex interplay of personal and professional life, one message emerges with clarity. Cardi B is not only announcing a child, she is modeling an approach to life that is intentional, grounded, and powerful, setting a new standard for how milestones are revealed and celebrated. And don't go anywhere. Click the next video you see on your screen for even more juicy celebrity chaos, betrayals, and stories Hollywood doesn't want you to know. See you in the next one.